All right, we're here with Scott Thomas, Acts 29 director, and we're going to talk about several things. The first of which is the notion of coaching. Why don't you tell us what that is and why it's important?
Yeah, it's really important to have this coaching in a place to help church planners to understand the gospel and to deal with areas of life personally, spiritually, and then missionally, meaning in their primary missional responsibility in the church. So we've set aside, we put together a system for people to examine that and how that would go. We drew from a number of resources. CCEF is one of those, Tim Keller's material and stuff. But one of the materials we pulled off was a guy named Tim Whitmore. He developed this thing called Know, Feed, Lead, Protect. It became really brilliant. So as we know people, we can shepherd them. Then we must feed them. We feed them truth, we feed them gospel, then we're leading them. And we can't really lead people until we know them, until we fed them, then we're leading them. And we're leading them in truth, we're leading them to make direction choices, decisions on what to do, and then we protect. And so the area we protect is we confront, we rebuke, but we also encourage. Part of that protecting is that we encourage them. So if we think of helping a guy achieve his goals as he's going up the hill, we get to know them, we enter into a relationship with them, we're feeding them truth, gospel, helping them process things, even systems, and then working their way up to begin to lead him. How do you make those decisions? What do I do? Do I plant a church? Do I go to the city? Do I start 2 services? What is it that I'm asking to do? And then we come together as a coach to protect that guy. We protect him with an agreement and accountability. And we enter into this relationship where we're going to agree that this is what we want. And then my job as a coach is to help you fulfill that, which God has called you to do.
That's good.
And I do that in protecting. So we're real grateful for a number of resources that we have to draw from.
That's great. How big of a difference do you think that makes in the life of a church planner?
Well, huge. I mean, statistics that will come out will say that a guy will be twice as effective, just from a missional standpoint, twice as effective if he is coached than a guy who's not coached. Well, so we're adding that, but we're also including, that's his missional piece. He's going to be an effective pastor. He's going to have a twice as big, according to the research, twice as big, twice as effective. But you add to that, and what happens is guys will become successful missionally. Their church is doing well, and we assume that their personal life and their spiritual life is going well.
But it's not always the case.
It's hardly ever the
That's
case.
Right.
Hardly ever the case. And so we've included intentionally that we're looking at those 3 aspects of personal life, spiritual life, and missional life. When I began doing this, I began asking guys about their personal life, which led into, we identified some idols that were taking place, we identified some things that they're thinking, some thoughts that they believed about God that were untrue, and we dealt with that. And invariably, I would spend all my time on personal, spiritual, and we never really got to the missional. In many cases, that took place.
Right.
But it was helpful, and he's going to be a better leader if he's got his life aligned,
Right.
if he's living and walking in the gospel rather than pretending.
Right. So what do you say to the guy who's watching this and they hear this and they say, that is what I need. I need a coach. What's the pathway for them to find that?
You can, first of all, email. We've set up a new website,
Okay.
gospelcoach.com, where it's an interactive opportunity for them to do so. And then a temporary email that we have is gospelcoach@gmail.com. They can just email that and say, hey, I'd like to be a part of that.